Happy Saturday, beloveds! Welcome back for another edition of Smart Money Saturday. I am happy to have you guys with me again and just want to give you an update. And I have a topic that I really want to address that kept coming up in my world this week. So I want to kind of share it with you guys and get your opinion and your feedback on that topic. So just to give you an update on what's going on, I did make my IRS payment for, it was $1,512.51. Made that payment. Oh, I didn't even realize, I'm sorry, I just saw like an oil sticker on my car. I didn't even realize they put that on there. But anyway, I made that payment Wednesday? I don't know. Sometime earlier this week when I got paid. And so now I have a balance of $1,500. Now it'll probably be a little bit more than that after interest or whatever, but it just feels so good to know that I only have one more payment left. Like literally in like 30 something days. Probably this like 30 days probably, I will make my last payment to the IRS, and then I can start on student loans. So that's so exciting to me. I'm happy about that. I'm happy to make progress, and I have started meal planning. I went to the grocery store today and I shopped for 1 week worth of groceries for the children and I meal plan. Have a calendar I got from the Dollar Tree, and I have the meals all set up and scheduled. So just trying to save as much as possible, stay on budget, stay on point with everything like that, because now officially I am paid monthly, so it's nothing to play with, because ain't no like, okay, well, this is stretched till payday in 2 weeks. No, it won't be that situation anymore. You can make this thing work for 30 plus days. So anyway, today's topic is love, marriage, and money. And I really want to talk about this because if you've been following me, if you follow my other vlog, then you know that I'm a licensed therapist. I provide mental health and addictions counseling. And I currently work in a community-based agency. I was working in a prison recently, and then I went back into community work. So in community work, I get to see all kinds of different people from various populations. So white, black, Hispanic, millionaire status to lower class poverty, male, female, all across the board, various mental health diagnoses, various addictions, whatever. I get to see different people, and I've treated that for 10 years plus. That's how my work or career has been, just kind of very broad and just exposure to different types of people. And that's why I feel I am, I guess, just more open to people and what they choose to do, because life there's no cookie cutter plan for anyone. Like, honestly, what works for you may not work for someone else because of certain situations or dynamics or variables in play. So with that said, this week it was just very interesting because as of yesterday, yesterday I was six months from my 30th birthday. And as a woman, I think turning 30 is like, oh my gosh, like you're either excited about it or you're scared or you're like ambivalent. And I'm just a little bit like, I don't know, like I'm excited about it, but then I'm not, like, I don't know. Like, 20s are just so confusing and chaotic. It's like, oh, I need to find myself. Oh, I found myself. I like this. No, I really don't want to do that. I need to do something different. Oh, should I have more children? No, stay single, focus on your career. No, should I date? Nah, maybe I should just focus on my career. Yeah, I should date. You need to be with somebody. It's harder to date after 30. Like, all of these things go on. That would be great. But anyway, so with that being said, I had a few female clients come in this week, and not giving any identifying information about them at all. But most of them had the same story, and it was just weird and kind of like ironic because they were all saying things like, "Oh, you know, girl, make sure you." I mean, for real, make sure you focus on your career and your money and stuff, and don't depend on nobody to take care of you. And and they were just saying how, like, they're in retirement age, and they didn't put any money away, and now they're struggling, in their mid ages, right? I mean, past 30, right? So, many of them have been married multiple times, they have children, and this should be like their golden years, and they're just like, had I been focused on saving money and, preparing for, retirement and stuff, then, I would have been better off. I wouldn't be in this situation where I was depending on a man to take care of me and, things like that. So they were basically advising me to make sure that I didn't live like that and have that regret. And this happened like more than once. And I'm just like, why is this happening to me this week? Why? And I'm about to turn 30 in like 6 months. So why is this happening? This is weird. So that's why I want to bring this up. What do you guys think about that? We live in a society where, I think a lot of women want equal rights as men. And a lot of people will kind of argue that the point of, and I'm just talking in terms of men and women, right? Because, obviously, if you're a same-sex couple, it has different dynamics or whatever. But many people argue, a woman should be able to depend on her man to provide for her financially. And then, sometimes some people think you should still be in the home and be the caretaker or whatever, take care of the children and not work outside the home. And then some people say, well, no, we should be able to work outside the home, but we should still be able to depend on our husbands to take care of us and provide and things of that sort. There's just a lot of different theories, a lot of different opinions, which is totally okay. That's the norm. Really, it should be, everyone has their own idea of what they want, and they make their own decision based on what they want, what fits their family system. But I think for me, based on what I've learned over the years and my own personal experiences, and then watching family, friends, what I really believe for me is that I would not feel comfortable, getting married and then just solely depending on my husband to provide financially, because I have witnessed so much financial abuse, and financial abuse is so real, and people don't understand. They think that, the only type of abuse it is emotional and verbal and physical, but financial abuse is so real. When you're in those situations, when you're in abusive situations, sometimes you cannot leave simply because of the financial piece, especially when children are involved. And I think that ties into the whole point. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. It's time to talk about these kind of things, real stuff, right? It is so imperative that women get their own financial situations in order. It is imperative that women get their retirement funds in order, because the statistics, the numbers show that women outlive men. So if you're solely dependent on your husband's income, what's going to happen after he passes away? God forbid, we want to die together. Let's die together, baby. For real. That's what I hope for. But I'm saying, seriously though, what are you going to do when he's gone? What happens? And it's not even about, him leaving you for another woman or something like that. He could just die of natural causes. Or let's say he's in the military and something happens to him, or a natural disaster, and you and the family, the children, were only dependent on his income. It's so important that women get their financial situations in order and create careers or sources of income for themselves. If your husband is not okay with that, and he feels that's kind of undermining him as the head, talk to him, sit down and talk to him, and maybe suggest, well, if you want to do a little side hustle, if you like to bake cakes and stuff like that, maybe you can put that money into a small investment fund or a retirement fund for you. just so for your own security, for your own comfort. You gotta finesse it a little bit, maybe just kind of explain it. But it's just so imperative for you, because we don't know, and there are too many women that I'm meeting that are in their 50s and 60s that are saying, I wish I would have done this. It's nothing against my husband, it's nothing against my ex-husband, but I should have done that for myself. I should have got my stuff together. I should have got a retirement fund for me. I should have been saving up for me, for my future, for my old age or whatever. I should have been getting that stuff together for me. Because some things don't last forever. And it's not about it's not about being negative or not thinking positive about your future or thinking y'all gonna divorce, whatever. It's about being realistic. It's about being real and honest with yourself, and it's about being safe. So this is something to think about. That is my opinion. What do I know? I'm a single 29-year-old woman, so I don't know. And I just said 29 because that's probably like my last time being able to say it. I'm about to turn 30, y'all, for real. But anyway, I want to hear y'all opinion. Like, tell me what do you think? If you've been married for years, what do you think about this? If you've been divorced several times or a couple times, once, whatever, how did the money situation play out? Or did it affect your marriage? Was it a part of why you were divorcing or why you got divorced? What are some suggestions that you would give to younger women in terms of saving up money or the role that money plays in relationships and marriages? So that's that. I will talk to you guys next week for Smart Money Saturday. See you soon. Thanks for tuning in.